Today we will talk about an important topic: how our body cleanses itself during sleep. Sleep is not just rest, but a complex biological process that supports our health, prevents diseases, and even prolongs life. We rely on the ideas of the outstanding neurophysiologist Natalia Bekhtereva'S, who devoted her life to studying the human brain. Her approach, based on fundamental research in brain physiology, reveals the secrets of the body's self-cleansing. In this script, we will examine the mechanism of action, the scientific foundations, practical steps, and the benefits for your health. Let's dive into the world of sleep and cleansing. Natalia Bekhtereva'S is a legend of Russian science. The granddaughter of the famous psychiatrist Vladimir Bekhterev, she was born in 1924 in Leningrad. Her life was full of hardships, her father's repression, the siege of Leningrad. But none of this broke her. Bekhtereva became an academician, director of the Institute of the Human Brain of the Russian Academy of Sciences, and the author of hundreds of works on neurophysiology. She studied how the brain functions in health and disease, discovered the error detector in the brain, and proved that intellectually active people live longer thanks to sustained mental activity. Although the glymphatic system, the key to cleansing, was formally described later, Bekhtereva laid the foundations for understanding how sleep restores the brain and the body. Her method is a combination of a strict sleep schedule, alignment with circadian rhythms, and a mindful approach to rest. Why is this important? In the modern world, we sleep too little and poorly. Gadgets, stress, late dinners. As a result, toxins accumulate, leading to fatigue, depression, and dementia. Bekhtereva'S approach helps the body cleanse itself, restoring energy and mental clarity. Let's break down how this works. The body is a complex machine that never stops working. During the day, we think, move and eat, and waste products accumulate in the brain. Beta amyloid, a protein associated with Alzheimer's disease, tau proteins, and metabolic byproducts. If they are not removed, they cause inflammation, damage neurons, and accelerate aging. This is where sleep comes onto the stage, nature's cleaner. According to Bekhtereva'S ideas, the brain does not shut down during sleep, but switches modes. She emphasized that sleep is an active process during which the brain handles internal maintenance. Modern research confirms this. During sleep, the glymphatic system is activated. This is a network of channels in the brain, similar to the body's lymphatic system, but designed for the central nervous system. The term glymphatic comes from glia, the cells that support neurons, and lymph. How does it work? During the day, the brain is compressed. Cells are tightly packed together to transmit signals quickly. During sleep, especially in the deep phase, the brain expands by up to 60%. The space between cells increases, allowing cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, to penetrate the tissues. CSF acts like a sewage system. It washes toxins into the venous system, from where they are eliminated through the liver and kidneys. This process is most effective during slow-wave, deep sleep, which occurs in the first hours after falling asleep. In her works, Bekhtereva spoke about circadian rhythms, internal biological clocks regulated by hormones such as melatonin and cortisol. Melatonin, the sleep hormone, begins to be produced around 9 p.m. and reaches its peak by 2 a.m. During this time, the body undergoes its most active cleansing. If you go to bed late, you miss this peak, and the cleansing process suffers. Bekhtereva conducted experiments with patients. Those who followed a regular sleep schedule showed improved memory and reduced symptoms of neuroses. It is not only the brain that is ocheexed. Sleep affects the entire body. The liver detoxifies the blood, the kidneys filter waste, and the immune system destroys pathogens. The theory of Ivan Pigarev, supported by Bekhtereva, states that during sleep the brain scans the organs, regulating their function. For example, intestinal peristalsis increases during sleep, helping to eliminate waste. The lungs clear mucus, and the skin removes toxins through sweat. Research, for example from the University of Rochester, shows that sleep deprivation doubles the risk of Alzheimer's disease because toxins are not properly removed. Bekhtereva proved that the brain recreates itself every night. Her method is not magic but science, optimizing sleep for maximum cleansing. The method of N. Bekhtereva, steps for implementation. Now let's move on to practice. Bekhtereva'S method is a simple but disciplined approach. It includes preparation for sleep, a consistent schedule, and a morning routine. The goal is to synchronize the body with natural rhythms for effective cleansing. Here is a step-by-step plan. Preparation for sleep, evening ritual. Begin 2 hours before bedtime. The ideal time to fall asleep is before 8 p.m. Avoid screens. Blue light suppresses melatonin. Bekhtereva advised relaxation, reading, meditation, or autogenic training. Drink herbal tea, chamomile, valerian, to calm the nervous system. Dinner should be light and eaten 3 hours before sleep, so digestion doesn't interfere with cleansing. Take a warm shower. It relaxes the muscles and stimulates lymphatic flow. Sleep schedule. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. The key is deep sleep from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Sleep on your side. Studies show that in this position the lymphatic system works better. Toxins are removed more efficiently. The room should be dark, cool, 18-20 degrees C, and quiet. Bekhtereva emphasized that sleeping on the back or stomach is worse for cleansing because it compresses blood vessels. If you wake up at night, don't get out of bed. This interrupts the sleep cycle. Morning activation. Wake up before 16 a.m., ideally at 5:30 a.m. This is Bekhtereva'S window of opportunity. From 4 to 6:10 a.m., the lymphatic system is at its peak and the brain is fresh. Start with a glass of water with lemon to kickstart detoxification. Do light exercise, yoga or a walk. Avoid coffee right away. Give the body time to complete cleansing. Bekhtereva recommended silence for the first 30 minutes to help the brain consolidate memories. Additional practices. To enhance cleansing, Bekhtereva advised breathing exercises before bed. Deep inhalations and exhalations to improve oxygenation. Eat clean. More vegetables, less sugar, so you don't overload the body with toxins during the day. If you have insomnia, use her error detector. Analyze the day and let go of stress. Experiment, as Bekhtereva suggested. Keep a sleep diary. After a week, you'll notice changes: clearer thinking, more energy, better mood. The method isn't for the lazy. It requires discipline, but the results are worth it. Benefits of Bekhtereva'S method. First, disease prevention. Reduced risk of dementia, depression, and heart problems. Toxins that aren't removed cause inflammation. Sleep neutralizes them. Second, improved cognitive functions, memory, concentration, creativity. Bekhtereva proved that regular sleep enhances neuroplasticity. The brain forms new connections. Physically, stronger immunity, stable weight, sleep regulates hunger hormones, healthier skin. Psychologically, reduced anxiety, as the brain cleanses emotions during sleep. Bekhtereva said, "The brain is a living organism that needs care." Risks? If you ignore the method, chronic fatigue and premature aging. The method itself is safe, but if you have serious sleep disorders, consult a doctor. Let's take an example. One of Bekhtereva'S patients suffered from neurosis. After establishing a proper sleep routine, the symptoms disappeared within a month. The brain cleared itself of emotional clutter. Modern research, Nature 2023, confirms this. In people who follow a regular sleep schedule, amyloid levels decrease by 25%. Another case. Elderly people who apply this method are less likely to suffer from Alzheimer's disease. Bekhtereva herself lived by these principles, remaining active until the age of 84. Friends, the method of N. Bekhtereva is the key to the body's self-cleansing during sleep. The lymphatic system, circadian rhythms, and discipline, all of this works for your health. Don't wait for illness. Start today. Go to bed early, wake up refreshed, and let sleep become your ally. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe, like the video, and see you again in the world of science and health.